Show today. We're bringing it to you for 4 payments of Easy Pay. We're bringing it to you finally back now in all colors, including the gorgeous blue that sold out when this debuted. This is all inspired by this Rustica collection, which is this amazing kind of sun-drenched Italian color palette that you started with some of the stoneware, and now it's evolved over into the cookware. Let me just show you the colors real quickly, and then as Rachel's cooking, we can go through everything that you get, and they're all set up here for you too. So right here, this is this gorgeous burnt orange. It's like a terracotta color. And notice how it also is gradient. God, that's beautiful, Rach.
It really is so pretty. And you know, guys, this was designed literally by you guys. You were the ones who said, I want a non-stick interior and I want an enamel exterior so I could see the color, not just on the handles. Yeah. I love hard anodized and cast iron enamel. But this was literally designed by QVC customers. They're the ones that said, hey, we want the nonstick, but we want the whole pot to be the color that we want.
Love it.
And this Cucina line is brand new. All of these colors, you know, we launched Cucina here in stoneware. But again, QVC is where it's at if you're into this palette look, because that's the only place it exists.
Here is the brick red, which is a beautiful, you know, it's the color of brick. I mean, it really is. It's not bright, but it's not too brown, but it's just gorgeous. A little hint of almost like a Merlot or a wine
rich
color
colors
in there.
Yeah, very rich looking.
In the front here is that mushroom, which is gorgeous. It's almost like a taupe. And then I have to say, this blue is fabulous, completely sold out when this debuted in April. I mean, it's almost like a sea glass blue. It's such
really
a gorgeous color, and that gradient look, great for a coastal home or for those of you who just love blue in the kitchen.
It's very, very subtle, and I think sun-drenched is really the best way to put it. These are really, really rich tones.
It's beautiful.
It reads a little brighter on TV because of the lighting in the studio. But this is really muted and mellow blue. Really, really pretty.
I have to say, we have a little condo down at the shore, and we remodeled this past season, and I did it all in whites in these shades of blue. And now that I see this, I'm thinking this will be the perfect cookware set for our beach house, because it really looks, although inspired by Italy, there's something very beachy and coastal about it. Okay, that said, let me read through to you all of the sizes that you're getting here, because you're getting saucepans and skillets and everything. So here is your 1-quart saucepan, comes with the lid. You're getting a 3-quart saucepan with the lid. You're getting your wonderful skillet here, and this is going to be your small 8.5-inch skillet. You're also going to get a 10-inch skillet. Up here, these are the 2 pieces that I know Rachel loves to talk about, because this is your 3-quart saute, but it's an oval, and then you're also going to get your stock pot, which is an 8-quart pasta pot. All of that for 4 payments of Easy Pay, non-stick interior, oven safe to 350 degrees, lightweight and easy to manage, but then really well constructed with the riveted handles and everything.
The lids I put into 350, guys, but I use the pots to 400, just by the by, but whatever. The reason I love my pot sets is because I've warned brides for years, never, ever, ever buy pot sets, because you're going to get stuck with a lot of pots that are too small to be useful. What I love in our pot sets is that we don't do that to consumers. We give them value in the sizes.
Yeah.
The first pan that I ever designed for the kitchen is this one, the oval pasta pot. And we make it in a lot of different materials. This is brand new, this whole Cucina
beautiful
gradient color. But the shape I designed because I lived in an apartment and I didn't have a wide stove. I didn't have a full-size stove. And I wanted oval pots so I could put 2 pots next to each other that were big and fit them on the stove. I could only cook one thing at a time, essentially, if I was using a big pan. So it was really difficult for me to cook at home.
Right.
So the oval pots allow you to put 2 vessels next to each other. And between the skillet with the 2 handles and this deep, huge capacity pasta pot, you could cook literally anything on the planet Earth. The skillet is deep enough to cook soup, cioppino, chili, but it's shallow enough to cook 1 fried egg, 1 steak, 1 piece of chicken. So you can do all of that in this pan. It has a helper handle, so I could put a pork loin in there, I could put a roaster chicken in there, and put it into the oven and use it like an oven pan as well.
So isn't that great for empty nesters or people who are looking to really pare down and need these pots to be multitaskers, right? I love that.
Then this guy, the reason I made it oval is because pasta is long. That was another reason. And I'd hate standing by a round pot. There's a fly in here. Well, the fly wants good food too.
No
Whatever.
dummy there.
No dummy, not a dumb fly. So anyway, it would always drive me nuts standing around a round pot. Your hair wilts, your makeup rolls off your face. You feel grumpy because you're all hot. Now you could just drop it and
Isn't
walk
that
away.
great? That's
just
one of my
drop it
favorite
and
things.
And run away.
Plus, usually too, Rachel, when you talk about an 8-quart stock pot, it's this high.
Right.
And that's also
This is
really
low and
hard
long.
to store.
No, this is
so
great.
I think that's an important thing too when you're thinking about the storage space you have
I
with
leave
your
mine on the
cupboards.
stove. I don't even put it in the cupboard. I leave my 2 pots, my signature pots, they stay on my stove 24/7 all year round.
That's great.
Never leaves the stove top.
Love that.
So these guys are also great for a dozen ear of corn. A whole giant pork loin would fit in this thing.
Even your potatoes for Thanksgiving, right?
And you know, these are coming up later in the show. These are the silicone lids. I just used it to melt the cheese over the burger to steam it. I mean, you can't even get it off. You have to peel it back. But look how great that is. It melts the cheese down.
And nothing splattering
in like 10
either.
seconds. It doesn't splatter anywhere. Back here, we're gonna drop some shrimp into our hot little skillet.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Love the sizzle.
Over here, the 3/4. It's also great for asparagus or
isn't
fish.
that nice?
Beautiful. We'll steam up some asparagus in that one. I mean, these are beautiful, useful pans.
Steamers.
We opened up some little manila clams back here. It's beautiful because the lid is see-through. You can see when the seafood opens without letting the steam out. And when it's done, gorgeous.
Love that.
So we'll marry this with this when the pasta's done. We're cooking up a storm.
Superior non-stick on this, which also means easy cleanup. So, you know, you're not going to be sitting and soaking these pans overnight. There's a reason why Rachel's collection is so popular here at QVC. One, because we're able to give you so many pieces, which we love for great value. You're able to really understand how it works, but also the quality's there. I mean, these are really well-made items. These are made from one of the top manufacturers in the world for this kind of cookware. It's performance-driven. That color's not going to peel off on the outside. There we're using that seasoning grinder again. So just to flavor something as simple as shrimp and some, you know, tomatoes and onions
garlic,
and shallots.
tomatoes,
Yum.
and the Italian seasoning, and you're done.
Dinner's on the table. We're going to go off to our phones. A reminder, there's 4 colors here, so let me show those to you one more time. What we're cooking with on the stovetop is kind of a combination of the burnt orange and the brick red. So here is the orange. That, again, it's more of a terracotta color, really gorgeous, very earthy color, beautiful for those of you who have those cream kitchens with the brown accents. Here's that pretty brick red, gorgeous color. I could see that in a kitchen with a lot of gorgeous wood tones. Here is this wonderful mushroom brown. That's also great. A lot of kitchen these days have some distressing. So, I mean, that's really pretty there. And then look at this blue. And you are loving the blue. This is what sold out.
The blue is stunning.
They're all stunning, you know, but there's, I don't know, there's something very, as we're heading into fall, and then you see these cool blue tones, it kind of reminds you of the ocean water. Beautiful set. And every one of these sets, here's another thing I love about your sets, Rachel. Like, everything's really thought out. There's a reason why you did these sizes.
I don't stick you with a bunch of pans that you don't need.
There's no lemons, like
There's
I said
no
before.
lemons. There's no lemons.
There's a reason for all of them.
And, you know, that's the thing that drives me nuts about pot sets. There's no value in having all these teeny tiny little things that you can't cook anything in,
right.
you know?
Yep, agreed.
And you never get an 8-quart pasta pot. Are you kidding me? Never.
I mean, there are some brands.
You always have to go out and buy that open stock, you know, on top of it.
And for some brands, 144 would only get you the
1 pot,
right?
Exactly. It would only buy 1 pot. And, you know, our pots have stay cool handles on stovetop. Of course, they do get hot if you roast something in the oven. But the handles stay cool. They have these beautiful riveted construction. They look like $1 million. They're easy to clean. They're adorable. I mean, I really can't think of anything that's a drawback to these pans.
Let's go off to our phones. Karen is joining us from Pennsylvania.
Hi, Karen.
Hey, Karen, how are you?
Hi, I'm okay.
Thanks.
How are you?
We're good, thanks.
Do you have a set of these pots, or are you ordering some?
I just ordered 2 for my daughters.
Okay.
Oh, how great. They won't fight over them then.
No, one's in Delaware and one's in New York, so that'll be a long-distance fight.
There you go.
Oh, that's
funny.
terrific. They're going to love them. And, you know, if you don't have a lot of space, these are all your basics. It's like all you need. And all they need after this is a colander, you know, and a good knife,
I
really.
already got them those.
Right.
Yeah,
well, that's what I figured. They're new, starting out, and what a way to start out with this beautiful sets of pots and pans.
Yeah. Which colors did you get for them, Karen?
brick red and burnt orange.
Oh, beautiful.
They're beautiful.
They're so right
They're
there.
gonna be so happy. I'm
Can't
so
wait.
thrilled.
Oh, that's great. Are these holiday gifts or just because?
Just yeah, for holiday.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I think they're really gonna love them.
Yeah.
They're great
I know
value.
they
They
will.
look like $1 million, and they really, you can do anything in them. They can roast things in the oven. You could put a roast chicken in this, or chicken breast, bone-in, skin on, throw it in the oven. You could put a huge pork loin in here. I mean, they're so useful. They're not just for the stovetop, so remind them of that when they open them.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Cool.
Thank you.
Karen,
Can't
thank
wait.
you. Oh, I hope the girls love them, and we're so glad you were watching today.
Thanks for
Oh,
calling.
yes.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Nice to talk to you both. Have a nice holiday.
You too.
Pleasure.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Let me review for you real quickly while Rachel drains the pasta, all the different sizes that you're getting in this set, and I'm going to do that with this blue that we just got back in stock. So 2 different sizes of your saucepans, 1 quart and the 3 quart. They each have their own lid. 2 different sizes of your skillets. There's the 8-inch and the 10-inch. Here's this 3-quart oval saute pan, but it also can be like a mini roaster. And then here is your 8-quart stock pot, which can be your pasta pot. This can also be a deep dish roaster. You know, you can use this as a deep baker if you needed to. I mean, you could line up stuffed bell peppers inside there and throw it in the oven, and you'd have something great that way. So don't, as Rachel was saying to Karen, don't just think of these as your stovetop pieces, because these are
I'm pulling out
awesome
stuff
to
right
use
now,
in the
guys,
oven.
look. Here's a whole pork loin. Look at that. In the small one.
With those
in the
root
little
vegetables.
Pan,
Look at that.
In just the 3-quart. Not even in the 8-quart.
Love it.
Sausage, peppers, and onions. You brown them on the stove.
let me move this out of the
Throw
way.
them in the oven to keep them warm. Beautiful. And you can take it in and out of the oven with that helper handle. It makes it really safe to carry heavy things right to the table,
Nice.
serve right from the pan.
Love that.
Just to show you capacity, this is a huge batch of linguine and clam
If
sauce.
my 9-year-old was here
It's-
right now, he would be coming right up to this set
My
with a
husband's
spoon. It's his
favorite, too.
favorite.
It's
Loves
my
it.
husband's. I've got so much food I can't get
I
to
know.
the stove to turn it off. So we have a couple of dozen of the clams, a whole pound of spaghetti.
Wow.
Look, you can serve it right from the pan, but
Yes.
it's not even a quarter full.
Look at that.
Look how much room
Capacity.
is still in that pan. It's an enormous capacity. And you bring this stuff right to the table and let people eat right from the pan because it's so pretty.
I love that. Listen, we're busy on the phones for this. It's on 4 payments of Easy Pay. As Karen, our last caller, said, a great gift item, you know, for people just starting out, maybe moving to a
Guys,
new
look,
home,
frittata
weddings.
coming out. Look, look at that slide out.
Veggie frittata.
Beautiful. Done.
Love it. And virtually no cleanup,
Nothing.
which we love too.
Nothing. You could wipe that out with a paper towel.
I also love the shape of the saucepans. Because they
Beautiful.
have kind of a little bit of a bell shape,
A little
don't
bit
they?
of a bell,
Yeah.
so if you're making a sauce or something, you could get into the corners of the pan. I mean, look at all this food, and it's so beautiful when it comes to the table. It's just stunning. Just stunning.
We're going to go off to our phones again. Stacy's calling in
Hi,
from
Stacy.
Indiana. Stacy, meet Rachel.
Hi, Rachel. This is Stacy from Indiana.
Hi, honey. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Terrific. I'm hanging in pretty good. I'm having fun. Are you ordering, or do you already own our pot sets?
I am ordering the 10-piece set today in the beautiful brick red.
Oh, that
Oh, you're
brick
gonna love it. It's
red.
gorgeous.
Well, it's kind of a Hoosier red, Stacy, I have to say.
Yes, yes.
Great. And what did you see in this cookware set that made you think that this would be good in your kitchen?
Well, it's so versatile. You can put it in the oven. You can use it on the stove. It's got handles on both ends, so in case there's something heavy in there, I'm sure it's durable.
It
You know,
really, really, really
PVC.
makes a difference, having the handles, and they stay cool on the stovetop. Plus, it's so pretty. It's so easy to just take it to the table and serve right from the pot, which I love to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, enjoy it, Stacy. I'm glad you called in.
Thank
I
you
think you're
very
gonna have a
much.
blast with it.
I will, definitely.
Great. Thanks
Enjoy.
for your call.
Thanks for calling in.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Can we also just say real quickly, we are a month away from Thanksgiving. And so that's the time of year where
Oh,
you know
yeah.
you're cooking, you're busy, you want what you're putting out there to look nice for guests. I mean, you could do a second small turkey breast in this as
Oh,
a
yeah,
roaster,
for
you know?
sure. You
I
could
mean,
do a
think of how
huge turkey
pretty your
breast in that.
table will be if you're, you know, cooking things up in this beautiful kind of autumnal warm burnt orange color or the beautiful brick red. I love that
A huge
mushroom
batch-
color.
A huge batch of mac and cheese or any baked pasta in the large one. The little one is big enough to do a pound easy.
Nice.
Like that would hold a pound of mac and cheese
Great.
cooked up, no problem. It's got an entire pork loin in it, this 3-quart pan.
Wow. And then again, you have your saute pieces for your skillets. You
Right.
have your saucepans for, making your
You have
gravy
your
if you need to do
basics.
that.
You have the open skillets that everybody uses for the grilled cheese or the frittatas. I mean, you really have everything you need except a sharp knife and a colander.
And you're good to go. So stay on the line if you're dialing in. We're taking advanced orders for these. These ship out October 28th, so you'll have them in plenty of time for Thanksgiving. No problem there whatsoever. They're on Easy Pay. You haven't seen this on QVC since we sold out of the blue back in April, so we're thrilled to have that back in stock for you. 4 colors to choose from, and all the essentials that you need, but really thought out smart.
Yeah, there's nothing here that is a lemon, as you said.
Yeah.
There's nothing here that's too small to be useful. Even the small open skillet, I just put it, certainly enough shrimp for 2 people, arguably, in there. Unless you're feeding my husband. He eats 4 times what any other normal person eats. But, they're all useful sizes, useful shapes. Our pans bell at the bottom so you can get into the corners if you're whisking up a sauce. The helper handle helps you get big things like a whole pork loin in and out of the oven. You can use these as ovenware and stovetopware. You can serve from them. They are the best value of its kind, period, in cookware. I truly believe that. There's nothing like them on the market, period.
The one other thing I wanted to point out too was that even on this 8-quart, you have a little bit of a lip here to make it easy to pour out the water and drain.
Well, that's because it's an odd shape. So when you go to pour it out, I just wanted to make sure that that water was directed away from you for safety. So they put a little lip on it. And that goes all the way back to the design I made, like literally on a cocktail napkin, like, I don't know, a dozen years ago or more. Yeah.
Great. Well, stay on the line if you're dialing in for these. We are busy. You are loving this. You are loving that blue. 1,400 of these just ordered in this presentation, and the blue, people are going all over it. So if you want that
blue is great. Oh, that roaster pan is awesome,
It's gorgeous. So that's K40438. And then the hard anodized roaster pan, I just wanted you to know this was available, because since we are a month out from Thanksgiving, the worst thing you can do is decide a week before, oh my gosh, I don't have a roaster pan for the turkey, and then you try to find it and you can't find it. So here's your opportunity to get Rachael's, because today it's on Easy Pay.
And that has a flat rack in it instead of that angled V thing that's not useful at all. You put the turkey on top of that rack, you put all the vegetables underneath, and all the drippings fall on vegetables.
Yummy.
When you're making roast turkey or roast chickens or roast anything, roast pork, it's got a flat rack in it. So everything sets evenly, not those stupid V things.
Right.
I hate those.
Yeah, I don't get that.
This is so useful. You're gonna flip out. That pan is amazing.
And
I'm so proud of that design.
Are not a lot of them to go around, and it is hard anodized, so super durable. And because it's a rectangle, you could still use that for baking and, and lasagnas
double batch
and those kind of things too.
whatever.
Yep,
that
great.
lifts right out. The little rack, of course.
Yes.
It's not, attached.
Attached, yep. K39936. So if you'd like that, please make sure you dial in. While we were out here cooking, you may have noticed that Rachael kept grabbing different utensils. So real quickly, we want to talk to you about